I am Sabina Tariq from A Foodie's Kitchen. Today I'm sharing a recipe for Aloo Gosht, which means potato and lamb or mutton stew. This is a North Indian or Pakistani dish and it's mostly eaten with rice or chapatis. And I'm going to start the recipe with a list of ingredients. I have half a kg of lamb shoulder on the bone, which is cut into curry pieces. I have 3 to 4 shallot potatoes. You can use any potatoes which have a firm texture. If you use any which has the floury texture, which are suitable for mash and chipping, they're just gonna dissolve in the curry and they're not suitable. I have 1 big onion which is finely chopped, 1 peeled and cut tomato. It can be blanched or just peeled and cut. I have some ginger and garlic paste, roughly crushed dry coriander, red chili powder, turmeric powder, kalonji seeds, dry methi leaves, salt, mustard seeds, roughly ground garam masala. I have some bay leaves here and I have some garnishing ingredients which I'm going to use towards the end. So we start by heating a little oil. In goes the onions. It is quite important to saute and lightly brown the onions for any smooth kind of curry sauce. It helps to kill the sweetness of the onions and it adds a nice color to the curry as well. So we need about 2 tablespoons of ginger and garlic paste for this curry. After ginger and garlic, I'm just adding the lamb and the seasoning. I'm adding 1 teaspoon of salt, about 2 teaspoons of roughly crushed coriander, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric, 1/4 teaspoon of kalonji seeds, 1 to 2 teaspoons of dry methi leaves, just a big pinch of mustard seeds, and I'm saving the garam masala just now, which I'm going to add later. For all meat dishes, it's extremely important to saute the meats properly. If you don't seal and lightly brown the meat, what happens is they leave a nasty smell in a curry. So it's hugely important. Some people, they like to add everything in the curry and they throw in the meats as well and then add water to it, which results in a very smelly curry. So after a few minutes, I'm adding the tomatoes. After a few minutes of stir frying, I'm adding the water. Just going to cover the lamb with some water and letting it simmer until the meat is cooked through. So I'm adding hot water to it, good few cups to completely cover the meat. So I'm going to bring it to boil, and after a few minutes of boiling, I'm going to cover it and allow to simmer until the water is almost dried. And once the water is dried, I'm going to test the meat by breaking it, and if it's cooked through, I'm just going to stir fry it and carry on with the recipe. And if it's not cooked, I'm going to add a bit more water. But lamb shoulder cooks quite quickly, and if you use a pressure cooker, it cooks within 10 minutes or so. Our lamb is almost tender, and I'm just going to reduce this water now to stir fry the sauce. It's quite important to stir fry the sauce until it turns smooth. for a nice shorba curry. So I'm just carry on cooking it and gently stirring it until all the water is gone and oil is separated from the sauce. So I've stir fried this lamb for a good 6 to 8 minutes, and I'm just going to add the potatoes. I'm just going to carry on cooking a few more minutes so the sauce becomes thickened and condensed and the potatoes are coated completely with the sauce. And then I'm going to add water to allow the potatoes cook. Now to these potatoes I'm adding enough water to cook the potatoes plus leaving a soupy curry. And how much water you add is entirely up to you. If you want it quite soupy, you can go ahead and add 5 to 6 cups. I'm just adding 3 to 4 cups to this curry. Okay. I'm leaving it on full heat for good 5 minutes and then going to lower it for 15 to 20 minutes. So I'm just checking the potatoes. They're completely cooked through and oil has separated from the curry. So I'm just going to top it with the garnishing ingredients. Good handful of chopped coriander and a little pinch of ground garam masala. So this is our aloo gosht curry, which I'm going to serve with vegetable pulao, and it's really nice with chapatis, naan or any kind of pulao or plain rice.